Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the Avon Park Aero Models Club. We're going to take up the Ailerons RC SZD-54 power glider. Now, she's a typical T-tail or a traditional tail design. She does have flaps, and to slow her down because she will float and float and float forever. The winglets do slide right on and off, and I do have the easy lights for visual in order because it's kind of overcast day. And you have a skid all the way back there at the tail. You have a wheel here and a little wheel here. And then you have hard skids that really come down a decent amount at the point where this wing starts to bend there. And a little bit of dihedral, or dihedral, however you want to say it. And keep a rubber band around your prop when you're not using it. And just give her a nice, I put takeoff flaps in to help get her to get out of my hands, but I kind of hold it right behind that wheel, or right around that wheel there. And I just give her a nice forward chunk. Timer is set for 5 minutes. And I've already checked my control surfaces. I'm running an AR620 antenna-less receiver, Spectrum.
Flaps up.
That's it. Timer set for 5 minutes, but that's just to give me a point of reference because gliders are inherently stable or very efficient because you do a lot of that right there. Do a lot of gliding. Run a 2700, probably too big. 1800 to a 2200 probably be better, but that's what I had charged, so. Pick up some speed, that's for sure. Now the AR620 has no kind of stabilization, so got just enough power to keep her going. Kind of windy today.
Remaining 4 minutes.
All right, let's take her up again. Flip it. Out of the power. Love to hear that whoosh. All right, now I'm going to put flaps in. Make sure I'm on this side of the power lines. Flaps are in. Just a little bit of power to keep her going forward. I'm going to show you how you just kind of float this bird in. There you go. Now, if you land her and you have enough momentum and she bounces back up, you can give her some power. Just don't hit the prop and you can take off again. We'll try to do that this next time. Just grab her behind the prop back here. Okay. Prop on. Just give her a nice chunk forward. All you gotta do.
Flaps up.
All right. We're gonna see if I can pull that trick off. No flaps this time.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Yeah, it kind of touched a little bit, but that's what I'm talking about. I heard something skid. Try that again. Out of the power, gliding in. Well, don't want to break my prop. Maybe I shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't do it because you could easily break your prop. Full speed, up. I love power gliders. You can have so much fun with them. All right, let's bring her by fast with the wind. I know that's not how.
Remaining 2 minutes.
I know that's not how a power glider is supposed to fly. The idea is to get her up and let her float. I mean, she's like a sailplane, and then you get them up and you float and you float and you float, relaxing, flying. But I'm showing the sportiness of it. Now in my videos, when my Precious is filming, if the plane goes out of focus for any length of time, more than a few seconds, I will edit that out. And then of course I'll put the little bit of rudder there. And I'll put the disclaimer in there that some footage is cut due to visibility concerns, which makes sense. All right.
Landing flaps.
Got landing flaps in. All right. Now another way, if you're uncomfortable with landing like that or taking off overhanded, because some people have a hard time with that, another way you can do it is underhanded. Make sure you got your takeoff flaps in, but the same thing, you're going to give her a nice chunk forward, or your takeoff flaps. And just get on your throttle and get on your elevator. And that's all you do.
Landing flaps.
Land her in the grass this time. Oh, the wind picked up, that's for sure.
1 minute.
Now that's something you don't want to do. With power gliders, I'm going to take off one more time. When a power glider like that and have these folding props spin around and it spins around like that, well, I lost an easy light just now. That's a very good way to break your prop. All right, put my easy light back on. And they just let you know, these wings are quick connects. They can, I mean, they do easily come off, but they're not quick connects like you're thinking, but they have quick releases, but you still have to plug your servo leads back in. So really it's kind of boring, or kind of a pain in the butt to do that. All right, we're not going to use any takeoff flaps, and we're going to do one more. It's like if you're comfortable with her, how she takes off out of your hand, then you don't necessarily have to use takeoff flaps. I use that as an assist though. All right, we're gonna land in the grass again, but I'm not gonna use flaps. Yeah, see, you want that forward. You want the belly to direct your, and that wheel to keep you going straight, because if you spin around, that's where you get your damage. Well, one of the areas. All right. Of course, that rips my easy light off, but that's why they're on Velcro. All right. I'll show you my setup. Go Go ahead and take my easy lights off. They're just Velcroed on. Now, this has one carbon fiber spar, but it goes all the way from here, all the way down the wing, down to these plastic nubs. So from this point out, you have bare foam, but it's very dense, strong foam. However, this is the weak point of the wings. If you get too slow and you tip in and hit this wing, this is where your wing's going to break. Ask me how I know. I did that on my last one. And this is a newer plane here. And so your spar goes all the way to the end. You also have steel rods that run the length, almost the entire length of these control surfaces, both on the flaps and on the ailerons. You have a spar that goes almost the entire length of the elevator, and there's also a spar actually in the rudder itself. You have foam hinges, but they are laminate reinforced. And hatch, simple hatch release. That is my setup. I have the 2700 3S right there. Right there is a little pocket cutout that just screams AR620. I mean, it just fits in there perfect. I don't even think I have any tape on. I think I have a little bit of two-sided tape on there, but it goes in there down with the leads up. And I want to say she's got a 40 amp ESC if I remember right, because you can't see it, but there's plenty of cooling for the ESC right here. Oh, I lost my wheel. My wheel's gone. Well, who knows where that's at? I had a wheel in there. It just has a little runner that goes through it, a little piece of metal. So I don't know where the wheel's at. Who knows where it's at? I never saw it come off, so have to get a new wheel. But the grass probably ripped it off. But the main wheel's there and it's nice and secure. All right, folks, well, let me check the battery and we'll see how long we flew. For a full 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So probably got way over half the battery, but that's okay. That's the first time, that's the maiden with it on the ARC, or the maiden with it on the IX-14, which I'm absolutely loving, that transmitter. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I tell you what, I am absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. %, so not bad. Not bad at all. Well, folks, that is the Ailerons RC SZD-54. And them landings in that grass, probably when it went sideways, probably ripped that wheel out. So I'll have to find a wheel for that. That's not that big of a deal. All right, well, y'all have a good, and don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless y'all. God is good, and that is the Ailerons SZD-54. Don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, the Power Gliders. Bye-bye.